しまった。私もこんな青春がしたかったな。さて、推しの漫画の最後も見届けたし、ここらで私も。
Hey Sketch, I finally figured out the ending of Undead Unluck, and it will surprise you. Even more surprising is we've known this ending since episode 1. But before I tell you how it all ends, let's talk about how it begins. Episode 1 of Undead Unluck starts with Fuko finishing her favorite manga, To You From Me. This manga in the episode is based on the real-life manga From Me to You. From Me to You has a lot of parallels to Undead Unluck. The story of From Me to You follows the love story of Suwako and Shoto. Starting with Suwako, she is a character that is separated by society, and she is called Sadako by her classmates. Sadako is the name of a horror character that was very popular at the time from The Ring. The girl with the long hair, pale skin, came out of the well. Fun fact, The Ring actually came out in Japan and was made a re-release in the United States for the American audience. Now, the reason she was scared, like I said, is due to her long hair and pale skin. She was so scared that her classes stayed away from her due to that resemblance alone. It's actually funny, anyone that actually met Suwako afterwards thought her name was Sadako because it was more popular for her to be called Sadako than her actual name, Suwako, and they were all scared of getting cursed. This is one of the big factors why no one would interact with Suwako, and that she was separated and chastised from the rest of the community, her society. Until the popular boy, Shoto, begins to interact with Sawako. Now, this interaction opens a whole new world for her, allowing her to make friends, to make memories, and to enjoy life. As you can see, there are very obvious parallels between Sawako and Fuko. They are both not allowed to participate in society. They both long to have memorable experiences. Our male protagonist opens the door for both of these female protagonists to be able to create memorable memories, make friends, and have a chance at love. Now, these are obviously the obvious connections that the manga, the show, Undead Unluck is trying to make for you to see. Funny thing, in my opinion, this is a battle anime that's actually a secret rom-com. That's why you see all these little rom-com tropes. That set aside though, I want to point out what is the actual connection between this book and Undead Unluck. So the story between From Me to You and Undead Unluck is the inversion of the original story. We see this is shown literally in Undead Unluck because the name of the manga is To You From Me, an inversion of the name, right? Another example of inversion is the reasons why Sawako and Fuko are separated from society. Sawako is separated from society because she is feared and people think she will bring bad fortune to them. While on the other hand, Fuko is scared because she will bring bad fortune to people, and that's why she separates herself from society. She doesn't want to hurt anyone with her unluck. Another inversion is the story of From Me to You ends at the train station, while the story of Undead Unluck begins at a train station. Right, so the author is trying to point out these similarities, but also showing that they're not a match, but rather a mirror, that we're flipping the story, that we're seeing something different. Alright. Now, I hope that was enough to convince you that Undead Unluck is going to be an inversion From Me to You. So let's talk about the ending that is going to happen. The ending of From Me to You begins with Sawado leaving her hometown to go to university to become a teacher. As she leaves, she's giving her farewells to every character we have grown to know in this series, and finally, at the ending, at the train station with just her and Shoto, they have a farewell kiss, and Shoto gives her a letter labeled From Me to You to communicate his feelings. She then boards the train, reads the letter, and after she's done with the university, she comes back to meet Shoto once again. They have an amazing reunion, and they live happily ever after. Okay, so what? Well, how does that tell us the ending of Undead Unluck? The ending of Undead Unluck is going to be an inversion of this, right? So in the end, my prediction is we're going to have Andy leave forever, in a sense, after promising Fuko that he's going to marry her. And this would be an inversion of how Sawada was leaving Shoto, but instead of Andy coming back on his own, Fuko is going to have to go to Andy and join him there. Alright, but then how does this happen? Andy can't die. Where is he going to leave to? Where does Andy go that he can actually get away from Fuko. And Andy is gonna go to the realm of gods, another theme playing on in this series. We see that the Union's goal is to defeat the god that places the rules on this world and to save their world. That's their whole goal. This is where Andy's gonna go. And this is where Fuko will have to go to save Andy, because obviously Andy can't die. But she will cross heaven and earth to meet Andy once again. And it's gonna be an amazing story beat. And that's how I think Undead Unluck's gonna end. But as I was coming up with this idea and writing the script, I only had seen the anime, as many of us do when something new and popular is coming up. And I was really intrigued when they hinted at the manga to you from me that Fuko was reading. And the anime went out of its way to show that they were saving Fuko and then they were saving the manga itself. So I started writing it up and I was looking for proof and I ran into the manga, which confirmed a lot of it. So we do see that Andy does leave to the realm of gods, to the sun where they stay, and he has become a sun spot. And Fuko is going out there to save him. Now, she hasn't saved him yet, but it was amazing that this was able to be foreshadowed and we were able to put the pieces together ahead of time, right? To see this inversion happen in play. I got a couple of lucky guesses in there, like the realm of gods, because the Union mentioned it. But it's very nice that the author set this up. But I'm not going to leave you hanging dry and just say, hey, I got the theory right and I just happened to be late. So I'm going to give you a second extra theory, right? So we know that Andy and Fuko get separated and Fuko has to go to the world of the gods to save him. So I'm going to predict exactly what the ending will be. Maybe. I might be wrong, but this is what I'm going to guess is going to be the exact ending. So at the very end, the last panel, From Me to You, we see Sokka jump into the arms of Shoto and they reunite. And like I said before, they live happily ever after, probably. We don't get to see anything after that, but she jumps into his arms and that's the very last scene. Now, I don't think that's going to be the last scene of Undead Unluck, but I think that's going to be the last scene we see of Fuko and Andy. Fuko is going to jump in to Andy's arm, and Andy will get the biggest unluck that he has ever had from any encounter. It's going to be so big that it's going to destroy the realm of gods and Andy as well. And that's how this series is going to end. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.